Ni hao, Wu Daifu. Yeah, hello everyone. The rest I will present in English. Let's talk about energy efficient buildings and airtightness, why and how. The last time I've been to China, I've seen the statue of Lao Tzu, and this statue tells me take care about where you stand on. So we have to take care about our planet. What I've done in China, um, very easy. Have done a lot of airtightness tests in different parts of China, in northern part and in the southern part. And you can see here the cities. The northern colder part, it's a bit different to the warmer part in the south of China. Here you can see some pictures from Shanghai, Fushan, Jiangxing, and Yaxing. And in the northern part, we need a heating system in uninsulated houses. And it's nearly the same in the southern part. There we need a cooling system in the houses. A big cooling machine if you have no insulation, and a very small cooling machine if you have a very good insulation. So let's have a look what happens in those buildings. The temperature swing in uninsulated houses is very high. In good insulated houses, it's low. So is the energy demand very high in uninsulated houses and very low in good insulated houses. And it's also the same with the comfort. Low comfort and a good comfort in the better insulated houses. And the airtightness in uninsulated houses, it's not important, but it's very important if you have an insulated building. So what happens what happens in buildings with air leakages? So you need a lot of energy in untight buildings and you need less energy in tight buildings. You need a lot of electric power to run the ventilation system in untight buildings. And if it's noisy outside, you will have the noise inside. And it's the same with the bad smell in the air. You will have the bad air inside as well. And mold. Mold will grow in untight buildings as well. In Germany and in passive houses, the airtightness is required. What is the architect doing? He is planning the insulation layer with one stripe once around the building, and he's also planning the airtightness layer, also with one stripe once around the building. But we don't know what the workers do with the insulation layer, we don't know what they are doing with the airtightness layer. There could be a lot of problems, and let's have a look which problems we found of the building sites. We have wetness, we have undefined conductions, we have holes in the tightened buildings, and some people bring wires through. So these things are not so good. Did you know how much air moves through a leakage of the size of this coin at wind force 5? This coin has a diameter from 16 millimeters. So the surface is the hole must be about 2 centimeters, square centimeters, and it's around about 2 cubic meter per hour, which goes through this hole. For a better understanding, here you can see what it is. It's about 4 cubic meters per hour leaving through a hole like this size. So the solution is to show the workers how to seal things, is to build a small part of the building and to show them how to seal the joints. Afterwards, we have to supervise them directly on the building site. We also can go to the manufacturer for maybe for the windows and things like that to control their products. And in the end, we have to test the whole building on its airtightness. So this is absolutely necessary for good insulated buildings. Untight things are stick with an unusable tape, Stick membrane with folds, brick walls without plaster, silicon ceiling, expanding foam. Never say silicon and foam in the same sentence with airtightness. It's not working. In Germany, we founded in the year 2000 the Association for Airtightness in Buildings. And these testers can prove that they know how to do a blower door test. In China and in Germany, things are a little bit different. In Germany, we have a focus on the whole building. In China, I've seen that they have the focus only on some flats. So they just look for the windows. So this is not a good idea because they lose a lot of energy. In this building, we've done the blower door test, and in the same building by side, the Chinese team was working only on the windows, and I found a lot of holes in the envelope. So it's better to do the test in the whole building. And as you can see, it's not only small houses. We also can do airtightness test in very high-rising buildings. There are some tricks like it should be cooler inside than outside when we do this, but I can handle you some more ideas when you have the order to do an airtightness test in a bigger building. In those big buildings, you don't need only one blower. So you need more energy, so you can use more than one. 2, 3, 4, doesn't matter. You can just put them into the building and do the pressurizing test. It's not the problem. And it's not only in residential buildings, also office buildings or cooled buildings with leakages have a big problem. Up in these leakages, we can't realize this 10 degree. If we have 30 degrees outside, minus 10 degree, and maybe all this food is going for the waste, and icicles maybe are building on the roof and fall down. So this would be very dangerous for the people working inside. Our association has 2 handbooks, and you can easily download both handbooks by just catching this QR code, and so you have these handbooks for yourself. But how can I help you? I can help you on a theoretical way, doing workshops in the theoretical way, tell you why it's necessary, and we can do also practical workshops to show those technicians how to realize a correct blower door test. So these people were trained and they can do these tests by their own for the future. It's not economically to fly to Germany from Germany to China. But now the most important things are your questions. So you're pleased to give me your questions now or later on email or phone. So let me thank you for your attention.